questions on the forecast, feel free to chime in the comments, and we will, after we go through everything, try and answer all of those for you. Of course, it's just such a busy weekend here in Central Texas, so we wanted to update you on the forecast, which actually has changed a little bit and has changed in a good way. Our forecast has trended drier for this weekend after we had tons of heavy rain last night and this morning. That kind of worked over our atmosphere, so now, as you can see, live from our Austin downtown Skycam, a pretty nice evening. And tomorrow, although there is still a chance for some scattered showers and storms, we think that the heaviest of the rain, the most widespread of the rain, is behind us now. So we will run through the forecast for everybody. Let me get the comments and everything pulled up so that we can see what everybody's talking about. But as we do that, I want to show you some of the numbers. Well, audio is working. I want to show you some of the numbers here across the Austin area as far as rainfall since midnight. Picked up nearly an inch of rain since midnight at Camp Mabry, over a half inch at the airport. I want to point this out because as we look back to 2013, which as far as I can tell is the October 13th, 2013 is the only time that an entire day of ACL festivities has been completely called off due to weather. We had almost an inch at Camp Mabry today. On October 13th, 2013, had over 4 inches of rain, which canceled ACL for that final day. However, that thankfully was not the case today, as now our radar this evening is pretty quiet. As you can see, temperatures in the 80s, some 70s across the hill country. It's pretty muggy still this evening. It's going to stay that way into tomorrow, but very little rain. Let's zoom in east of Austin, where earlier we had a few very small showers or downpours. Looks like maybe one between San Marcos and Buda, but I mean, really we're looking mainly dry, and I think that any activity through the rest of this evening is going to be very isolated. So I left us a 20%. So I'm not saying that, you know, another shower storm couldn't bubble up, but I think it's going to be very isolated through tonight. Here's the bigger picture view. I'm actually going to switch this to the water vapor. You can see we do have some of the rain from earlier now pushing away to our east, and you still see that swirl back closer to the panhandle. Let's go over to the water vapor real quick, and you'll be able to see this a little bit better. If I can find the water vapor, give me one sec. There we go. And you can definitely see that swirl. Our computer is not happy with me. Anyways, there's an upper level low located to our northwest, and that's what's been giving us this rainy, stormy weather pattern. But as we head into Sunday, we're going to get a cold front to push through central Texas, and it's not going to cool us down a ton. However, it is going to basically eliminate our rain chances and bring in some lower humidity. If you have plans to head out to ACL, well, if you were heading to ACL, you'd probably be at ACL right now, not watching a Facebook Live weather forecast on your phone, but maybe you're heading out the door. Any other plans this evening? We're looking at just a 20% chance of isolated showers and storms in the forecast, but at this point, I think we're looking pretty good. So here's our high-res model. There's 7:30. Let's keep going to 10 o'clock. Again, it's showing maybe an isolated downpour going up, but nothing too worrisome through tonight. And then we head into tomorrow morning. Here's 7. Likely starting with some cloud cover, and I do think that we'll stick onto some clouds tomorrow. However, our rain chance down to about a 30%. So here's our updated ACL weekend 1 forecast. 30% chance of rain on Saturday. Sunday, I dropped this to a 10%. I think we'll be pretty much completely dry by Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. So Sunday, 89. Tomorrow, mid to upper 80s, around 86. Again, just with a 30% chance of showers and storms. So not necessarily the same widespread rain and storms that we were thinking could be possible over the weekend a few days ago. Now that we're so worked over, it's looking like our rain chances are going to be much lower tomorrow. So let me show you what the latest run of our model is printing out for tomorrow. Here is the morning. Not much rain. Then we head mid to late afternoon. Here's 4. We'll watch across the hill country, especially for some widely scattered showers and storms. I don't think this is going to be anything super organized, but that activity will try and push farther southeast as we go late afternoon to evening. So again, there's still 30% chance of some showers and storms here across the Austin area. That includes ZILKER Park for anybody heading out to ACL. But I'm, again, anticipating that the heaviest of the rain is behind us. And again, tomorrow's rain chance is just about a 30%. Then we go into Sunday, cold front pushing through early in the day. Still a few clouds, maybe a stray sprinkle around Sunday, but otherwise looking just about completely dry as we switch to more of a northerly wind. An afternoon high of around 89 in the forecast for Sunday afternoon. Take a look at our humidity forecast as that takes a big nosedive after Sunday, and we filter in some drier air back into the comfortable category for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. That will also give us the return of some cooler mornings. Let's take a look at our highs over the next 5 days. I'll go 86 tomorrow. Honestly, we may need to nudge that up. It's still going to be warm and humid, but likely in the 80s rather than the 90s for tomorrow. Then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will be around 88 or 89 pretty much each day. Here's our allergy count today. The rain has helped us at least get ragweed out of the high count. Ragweed was in the medium today. Trees in the medium, mold in the medium, low for your grass count. Here's the 7-day forecast. Again, tomorrow, not completely dry, but just a 30% chance of showers and storms. So looking much better for anybody heading out to ACL. Now, we during our 5 and 6 o'clock newscast, we had live shots from Brittany Flowers, who was out there. She said it was not terribly muddy yet, but the radar estimates right over ZILKER Park show that likely over an inch of rain has fallen since last night. So I imagine after tonight, you get thousands of people pounding away on that grass. It's probably going to get muddy out there, but hopefully we're not adding too much more rainfall tomorrow with the 30%. Sunday down to a 10% with that front moving through. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 80s. Pretty nice, cool morning, sunny, no rain chance. And then an early look to weekend 2 of ACL is looking mainly dry. Of course, there's time for that to change, but as of now, by Friday, starting off weekend 2, we're looking at a mostly sunny sky and an afternoon high of around 90 in the forecast. All right, I've got the comments pulled up, so if anybody has questions, fire away. Try and get those answered. Shauna says, I feel bad for the bands that couldn't play because of the rain. That never happened. Well, that was not the reason that they canceled the early performances, to my knowledge, is because they needed more time for the ground to dry out. But yes, I hate that a few of those performances early this afternoon were canceled. Cool. Lots of folks asking, what about rain for my town? Again, our rain chances looking much lower through the rest of this weekend. And this evening, I think, is going to be mainly dry, just a 20% chance of a few isolated showers or storms. Let's head back to our radar. Here's a very close look. Again, you can kind of look around. Here's maybe a few raindrops falling north of San Marcos between Wimberley and Kyle. Up here across the metro, looking mainly dry. There was maybe a shower that tried to work in around 290 between Elgin and Manor. But at this point, we are looking mainly dry, and I think it's going to largely stay that way through the rest of the evening. Just to be on the safe side, I'll leave us at 20% over the next few hours, but not expecting the same widespread flooding stuff like what we had last night. Speaking of, nearly an inch of rain fell at Camp Mabry. Since midnight, picked up over a half inch of rain at the airport. For anybody wondering, here's a look back at the past 5 years of the first weekend of ACL, excluding last year, obviously, because of COVID. 2019, it was very hot. Look at those numbers. We were well in the 90s, but did not have any rain. 2018, looks like some upper 80s, some low 90s, had a little bit of rain for the last 2 days. 2017, that looks pretty nice, actually. Did not have rain, highs mainly in the 80s. And then 2016 and 2015, not bad either. 2013 is really the one that we think of. As far as my research shows, I believe that October 13th is the only time that an entire day of ACL has been canceled or rained out because of flooding. On October 13th, 2013, over 4 inches of rain fell and over 2 inches of rain fell on the 12th, the day before. So the festival was called off for that final day. Let me know in the comments if anybody remembers 2013. Here's our high-res model through this evening. We'll run through things one more time, and then we will let everybody go. Hopefully you have a good weekend. Again, it's going to be very isolated. Anything through the rest of this evening, rain chance 20% or less, mainly for areas east of Austin. Same thing through the overnight. And then tomorrow morning, we may start with some cloud cover, but not much in the way of rain, and tomorrow's rain chance during the afternoon and evening, only about a 30% or so. So we're now down to a 30% rain chance Saturday. Sunday, a 10%, mainly dry as a front moves through. 86 for the high on Saturday, warm and humid. Sunday, high of around 89. All right, here's our model showing a few of those scattered storms first across the hill country, mid to late afternoon tomorrow, trying to move farther southeast, so it's possible here. We'll run through that. Here's 5, 6, 7 o'clock. It's possible we could have some showers, maybe some rain for anybody at ACL. But this is not looking like the same widespread organized stuff like what we've had over the past couple of days. And hopefully we avoid rain altogether. But we'll leave a 30% tomorrow, and then Sunday, just a 10% chance of rain with highs in the upper 80s. Take a look at our humidity forecast. Once that front moves through Sunday, we're looking much less humid for Monday into pretty much the rest of next week, with highs only in the upper 80s. Say only, still gonna be pretty warm, but at least with that dry air mass in place, that'll feel pretty comfortable. And then here's your 7-day forecast. The mornings in the 60s with the lower humidity. The mornings will be nice and cool again, and an early look ahead to weekend 2 of ACL. Forecast is at this point looking dry and relatively warm with a high of around 90 for Friday. All right, I think that's it, everybody. Oh, I want to show you this real quick before we go. Our Oasis cam just looks gorgeous right now. Look at that. Man, stunning. All right, unless there's any last minute questions, I will get off of here. We'll have another update on your forecast coming up on KVU News at 10 o'clock. And just because there's so much going on, I didn't even mention MotoGP going on at COTA this weekend. Because there's so much going on, we're going to keep pretty frequent Facebook updates, web updates, all sorts of updates for you on the forecast as we head through the rest of this weekend. All right, enjoy your Friday, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will talk to you guys on KVU News at 10 o'clock. Have a good night.